Today, we saw the end of the round 1 of the Dusty Classic. We had all of that, a female debut, as well as a continuation. We did. A continuation of the feud between Billie Kay Peyton Royce and Liv Morgan. We're going to talk about all of that and more right now.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I hope you got your power gloves on, because we're going to be talking about TJ Perkins. Was that a Roman Reigns?
It's my power glove. I can power it up any way I want.
That's fair. The button's on the side. Welcome to the NXT After Show right here on AFTERBUZZ TV. I am one of your hosts, the internet's Mark Donica, joined as always by the rest of the NXT team, starting with a little bit less shiny on this side of the road, the one true Hobo.
I lost some weight.
A little bit.
Little bit, about 15 pounds of gold. I lost. We lost. And we're dealing with that.
Well, okay, well,
and I do mean we. I mean,
if you want to talk about it a little bit more, we'll talk about it a little bit after we talk about NXT. Let you germinate on that.
Cool.
Let you germinate on that a little while. Also, Mr. Bill Hanstock.
Hi, everybody. Follow me on Twitter at Sunday Motel.
Hell yeah.
We're here for you, Hobo.
Thank you.
This is your support group. Everybody in the chat.
We're the NX team. We're the original Friendship Express, you could say.
I guess you could say. Yeah. Thanks,
I guess
guys.
you're welcome. We're here for you.
Video games.
Love you. Video games. We'll talk about the video games.
It's Mega.
Man.
Mega TJP is him on Twitter. You can follow him on Twitter at Mega TJP, but don't follow us instead.
If TJ Perkins was a video game character, he'd just be called Regular Man.
That's funny.
No, it'd probably be Pinoy Man.
No, it'd be Pinoy Boy.
Pinoy.
No, but he's grown now.
Oh,
He's an adult.
Now he's a Pinoy Man.
Pinoy Man.
Pinoy Man.
Pinoy.
Speaking of
Pinoy
men,
boy.
let's talk about men wrestling each other. The first match of the night was #DIY versus Ho Ho Lun and the debuting on NXT Tian Bing, who made his WWE debut at their last tour of China. This was interesting. This match was interesting in a couple ways. Ho Ho Lun and Tian Bing, they came in with a score of international buzz, but they just couldn't get their heads in the game.
No, their timing was off. They just didn't seem to be willing to go all the way. You know, their hits weren't as hard. Nothing really connected the way it should. And Ciampa and Gargano are a couple of guys who bring it 110% every time they're in the ring. And they brought it tonight against challengers that just were not enough to stand up to it.
Mm-hmm.
I think Tian Bing needs another competitor of his stature that he can really mesh with. I think the difference in the two styles, the two sizes, was sort of throwing Tian Bing, and they weren't able to really sync up.
I think it threw off the entire crowd because the crowd was a little dead, unfortunately. It's sad to say. And also, Ho Ho Lun was whipping Tian Bing around.
Right.
Like he was the small man, which is a little bizarre, a little different.
Yeah, it's like all those times when Wolverine's like, fastball special, and he picks up Colossus and throws him.
Exactly.
Right, yes.
Snicked bub.
Got a solid snicked. Did anybody... I know I will come clean and say I did pick Ho Ho Lun and Tian Bing to go pretty far because I thought the buzz got to me.
Hey,
They
don't
went
worry.
pretty far.
I picked Gulak and Nice.
Fair.
They were out last week.
Well, they're out this week.
But Mark, they did go pretty far. They went all the way from the back to the ring.
Technically, they came from China to Florida.
So
They came the farthest.
They came
Yeah,
the farthest.
They did.
Yeah, that's
And they're going to go the furthest.
when they go back on
yeah,
tour.
yeah.
Because they're done. That's not true. DIY easily picked up the win, and they're advancing to meet up with the Revival in a second round match.
Dang.
Surprised that we're getting up this
hot.
early?
Well, no, not really. I mean, I think this is starting to turn into something that's real, that's really tangible. And already the buzz has started. People have been tweeting me, oh, I can't believe there's going to be a rematch again. But this is not for the championships. That's the difference. The championships are not on the line in this tournament. So I don't know exactly what a win would mean if DIY were able to pull it out. But if Revival pull it out, it simply means that they are better than their former challengers, sort of on top of already beating them.
That's a fair assessment. Either way, it's going to be exciting to see that match.
It'll be a darn barn burner.
The burn will be burned to the ground. Because I messed up the first word, and I had to go with it.
You just kind of rolled.
I just kind of rolled with it.
Keep rolling.
And then explaining it makes it easier.
The hearse is in the burn.
But the burn's on fur! So, in the back...
Road, herd, and put away with.
I love Road Hearse. It's one of my favorite movies. In the back, we've got TJ Perkins talking about how it was a no-brainer to team with Ibushi once his partner got injured. Ibushi brings out the best in me, and I bring out the best in him. Talks about what the player score is, like they're playing around a WWE 2K17.
Because this is a video game.
He likes video games.
Life
What
was
a
a video
nerd.
game. Dork. How come he hasn't been on Up, Up, Down, Down?
Maybe this whole thing is a gimmick. Maybe
Whoa.
it's not real.
Whoa, you telling me that this guy who only talks about video games and has video game music as a theme song might not really like video games? A master thespian. Acting!
He's not been on Up, Up, Down, Down, and that is the absolute cornerstone.
Maybe he's
of
got a
video game.
competing line of videos.
Really? This whole thing.
Mayhaps he does. Next thing you're going to tell me is that Nia Jax is like most girls.
She is.
No,
What?
She likes shopping.
No.
Yeah.
Damn.
She went, I mean, granted, she went shopping with the authors of Pain.
They went shopping for pain.
Yeah, they went to Barnes & Noble.
The authors of pain are like, type, print. Oh, we're out of toner. We can't keep authoring pain without toner.
Toner of pain.
Yeah.
They'll have to
The
self-publish.
toner of the macabre.
Are we going to give him like a real kitschy gothy vibe just in time for Halloween?
Well, they've
Make
already
him
got
huge.
the pants for it. They
they
just
do?
need a lot of eyeliner.
Are they trying to be like Edgar Allan
Azrael
Poe?
Abyss. Oh, yeah.
Azrael Abyss. That's a good callback. Also in the back, we have Samoa Joe talking about the effect that he's had on Shinsuke Nakamura on the road to their rematch. He says, what you see is a scared champion, scared for what's coming for him, and that is Samoa Joe, the next NXT champion.
I think Samoa Joe's face is eating his nose.
You say?
Eventually, it'll just be completely smooth. That's all it's gonna be.
It's gonna be like a
Like the rest
Easter
of his
Island
body?
head.
Yeah. No. That's what it is now. Eventually, it's just going to just completely smash into his face.
Voldemort style.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Not even any slits.
Yeah, no slits.
It's gonna be like this kind of mold of flesh. Then it'll be gone completely.
He was like, yeah, Shinsuke Nakamura's totally scared. Like, he's so scared that he couldn't fight me last week. And then I went up to him backstage and was like, what's that smell? And he was like, Dookie.
Dookie. Why? You're just pulling these from all over the place.
My brain is a wasteland of pop culture and references.
I'm gonna be caught
Please
up on
help.
that. Please send help, chat. Don't encourage us. The reminder: this is every week is our final show here at the NXT.
Absolutely.
Thanks
After
to
Show.
me. Ever since I came aboard.
Our next match, just to move on, Aaliyah versus Billie Kay, and Billie Kay has Peyton Royce in tow.
Interesting fact about this match, all 4 women who ended up getting involved in this match, not like most girls.
That can't be true.
I sense a stable.
What?
The not like most
Yeah.
girls.
They're not like most
Girls.
girls.
Yeah, the NML girls.
Teen Girl Squad.
Yeah, there you go. Who's?
The ugly one.
I don't want to. Let's not give opinions on who's the ugly one.
What's
but let's
her
name
name?
all the rest of the 3,
Yeah.
and then everybody else can
The
draw their own
cheerleader.
conclusions. It's
Well, we
cheerleader
know
so and
who's the
so. What's her
cheerleader.
face? The
Yeah,
ugly one.
yeah.
Who is the cheerleader?
Alexa Bliss. But she's not in.
But she's not in the
Liv,
4.
Liv Morgan's the cheerleader.
You monster! You ruined everything. What did everybody think about Billie Kay just exploding from the bell?
I'm a little surprised to see Aaliyah, not being the aggressor. Because the last time we saw her, she was very firmly aggressive. Yeah. So yeah, it kind of left me going, oh, this is a change.
Well-
Billie Kay is not letting any air in.
Yeah, we've seen these little glimpses before of from Billie Kay of aggressiveness, and every time she does, it's like, oh, that's what she should be like all the time. So I think she's starting to get that. Like she had a real awesome just right hand at one point in the match.
Yeah,
Straight right, popped Aaliyah right to the floor. Peyton Royce looked like she was starting to get involved when Liv Morgan came out and made the save, surprised everybody. Billie Kay got rolled up and lost to Aaliyah. Aaliyah with the surprise win over Billie Kay, bolts, and what we thought was going to happen was just Liv Morgan gets the ever-living crap beat out of her, and Aaliyah was like, nope, deuces, I'm out.
That ain't Aaliyah's fight. She's like, I got the win. Bye-bye.
She technically didn't need to come back.
Yeah.
No.
So we're going to see a tag match probably next week after?
No. There's no way that could possibly happen.
No.
There's no
Yeah,
way.
Teddy Long doesn't
what's
work
up?
for the company anymore.
No.
Ah, yeah, people-
Those days are over.
The vision for that is kind of blurred.
Gone.
No
Gone
chance
are the
whatsoever.
days of tag team matches.
Oh, I will. That at the end, that bulldog to the knee was pretty disgusting.
So
Gnarly.
Gross, as some may say. Blackheart Gary and Chet says, are Peyton and Billy the new Emma and Dana? That's what we've been saying. That's what Bill's been saying, and it's pretty exciting.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I miss Emma and Dana, but
Emma and Dana were two blondes. And these are two brunettes.
Well, one of them is the red hair,
no.
pink hair, purple hair.
You,
Peyton?
you don't even know. Look at you. You
Look
sit
at you.
there in your seat. You have a
Up
blazer
there in
on.
your ivory tower, not
at
knowing
this.
what hair colors
Look
are.
at this. Just
a
like
broken man.
And now I'm
Wilton.
shorter.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yep. All right. This looks like fun. I'm excited to not see any sort of tag matches happen in the future because, hey, we're pretty airtight when it comes to our predictions.
But what if it does happen?
I-
Who do we think would win?
I mean, I guess we'll talk about that when it doesn't happen.
No.
Whoa.
We'll just have to leave
I mean, if-
that there.
We're seeing more proper double team and tag team sort of cohesion from Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. They've known each other longer, so I figured they've got the most experience to come out on top.
Good point. Plus, I mean, Liv Morgan and Aaliyah are just sort of being thrown into this together. They don't have any reason to get along. I mean, Aaliyah.
Olivia.
Did you have a stroke?
Olivia.
Yeah.
Perfect. Next, we have Noah Patches versus
Patches.
versus
Patches.
the Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger. Ty Dillinger got the decisive victory over Patches just to send a...
Sent him right back to that pineapple under the sea from whence he came.
That font was all SpongeBob all the time.
Yep.
See, you
It
know-
should have he should have started coming out, and then it should have been like an eternity later.
later.
1, 2, 3.
then he
That
went-
was the match, basically.
I kind of want to cut that together now.
yeah.
Please.
Do it up. That'll make a good vine.
Ooh, solid vine.
Solid vine.
Solidified.
I think it would make it better.
Patches.
Make a better tote. I tote
Tote.
that.
A tote like
No,
a tote.
no,
you carry.
tote. No,
A
tote.
Tote.
Yeah, tote.
I was just saying it with a British accent.
No, I'm not. I'm saying tote.
Put it on all
That is
the.
tote with a British accent.
It's tote.
That's what I'm saying.
Third base. Tote.
Totes my goats.
So did anybody think Noah Patches had any sort of a chance in this match?
Oh, what do you?
Well, he can't.
Why are you even watching wrestling?
What am
I
I?
thought for a second when he came out that he was might have a chance at winning because he actually had an entrance. Because of the fact that he was not just standing in the ring.
But the Angelo Dawkins rule
Well,
proves you can have as long an entrance as you want.
True.
you can stir
In
it up
NXT, yeah.
as hard as you
You can
want.
wear
in
all the
WWE.
headbands all the way down,
Headband
Yep.
City.
toe to tip,
Tote.
tote to tip.
Tip. Bobby Roode gets the edge on him, gives him a quick what for, and DDTs him on the stage.
That sucked.
Yeah, it looked pretty bad.
Bobby Rod,
Bobby Roode.
put it on tote.
Totes.
Bobby Roode toted it. How do we see this match going between Dillinger and Bobby Roode?
It's gonna be a real burn burner.
Burner?
Bourbon.
A bourbon?
Bourbon.
It's gonna be real bourbon.
I think Ty Dillinger needs the win. Yep. So I hope he gets what he so desperately needs out of this, which is a decisive victory. I mean, he's beaten some guys, but it doesn't seem to have given him any more momentum. All of this stuff with Bobby Roode came about because Bobby kind of hightailed it on him, and that's not really substantive. So I hope that Ty Dillinger gets a win and a shot, and maybe a little push.
I hope so too. I think win, lose, or draw, Bobby Roode will always be a great competitor.
Yep.
I'm just hoping that
Are you?
that's very good. Yeah.
There's a Cricketot in the studio. That's a Pokemon joke. Speaking of Pokemon, our favorite Will-O-Wisps are in the back. That's TM61.
But not my favorite Will-O-Wisp.
They talk about how they're so in sync that it's like they fight with one fist.
That would have been better to say fight with one heart.
Yeah,
Okay.
because like if you're a tag team and there's two guys, you should not fight with one fist.
No.
Well, no, because you get
It's
stuck
the
in the
worst
corner.
tag team ever.
It's like being a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest.
Why is that?
Because it's not
It's like being a one-fisted
great.
man in a tag team match.
right.
Because you have one person that has to hold the rope, but
It's
how are
like
you
a
going to tag him?
huge fist, like fisto.
Oh, it's a giant fist?
Yeah, like a one
Like-
just
like-
big fist.
Like it's two regular hands and Hulk hands for the third one?
Just like two guys.
The girl in a pizza place.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Perfect.
It's like two guys like melded together and just like one big arm and fist out of the middle of the
Kill
chest.
me.
Yeah, just like
Kill
when
me.
when Terminator when the T-1000 gets shot and he's all like,
Ah.
You want to talk about a supervillain named Armin Fist. That is a superhero. That is
Armin Fist.
Armin Fist. A-R-M-I-N
Actually,
Fist.
there was a guy named Armin Hammer who
I'm
did not own the Armin Hammer company,
No.
but he tried to buy it.
It's also an
True story.
actor named Army Hammer.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. He's
the
great.
Lone Ranger.
He is I actually really like that movie. People give it a bad rap. I really enjoy that movie.
Got a horse on a train. What's not to like?
It's perfect. You got Johnny Depp being a crazy guy. But in turn, does anybody?
Oh, what? Playing against type, huh?
What a twist.
You'll never see this one coming.
Does anybody know if there's been an Arm & Hammer in wrestling?
No, I don't know.
Because I mean, you could do a
Could
double.
be.
You should team up Warlord and Triple H. They're done.
Armin Hammer. Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
I like it.
baking soda.
We did.
Is Triple H really? No, they had. Oh, Greg Valentine.
Yeah, Greg the Hammer.
Duh.
Yeah.
Duh. I was like, there's got to be some hammer-based wrestler, right? somewhere, right?
Hammerhead.
Houston
The
Thunder
guy who
Hammer.
played Sledgehammer on the show Sledgehammer.
Did
With
he
their
come
theme
out?
by Peter Gabriel.
Thank you.
There you go.
There's no way that they could not come out to Peter Gabriel. Our next match, the
You
day.
got a little Galaxy Questy on that one.
Little bit.
No way they could not come out to Peter Gabriel.
That is how I learned how to act.
Oh.
Is by watching them. It's perfect. Perfect. Love me some. You know what? This is an old throw, but I'll throw it anyway. We did a watch along for Galaxy Quest on the Popcorn Talk Network. It was months ago.
What, really?
Yeah, after Alan Rickman passed away, we were like,
Damn
what's a good movie to watch? Let's watch Galaxy Quest. Go back. We try not to cry, but it was a fun time. Popcorn Talk Network, Galaxy Quest. Do yourself a favor.
No, it's just like it was just a great
He
inflection.
died.
No, it was
What's wrong
Jesus
with you?
Christ. Pizza rounds, bagel squares. Go on.
And that's a pitch I can count on. Mark, thanks, Mark. Our next match.
Mr. Potter.
Our next match is Thea Trinidad versus Asuka. Thea Trinidad, she's been here at the studio many a time, friend of the network. So happy that she got her chance in NXT, and then we realized, she gon' die because she went up against Asuka and stood a little bit of a chance before Asuka decided to take her seriously.
Yeah, Oscar.
That's the worst mistake you can ever make against Asuka.
Is
Getting her to take you seriously.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's how Deonna Purrazzo died.
That's right.
Repeatedly.
Was it 2 or 3 times?
Man, it doesn't even matter. She dead.
She cursed.
Yeah.
She wanders the earth now, working indie shows.
Some say that if you're quiet enough at Full Sail, you can still hear Deonna Purrazzo's ghost getting punched in the face. Whap.
I was a big fan of the "oh hell no" when Thea was getting taunted.
It was good. She had the big hoop earrings too. She had to bust that out.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
She was wearing some solid shoes.
She a sassy woman.
Oh no, Thea's great.
Yeah.
I absolutely love Thea. I'm just sad that it had to be against Asuka, where she was shown
she
to the.
still looked pretty. I mean, she stood there and then she laid down after getting hit, but the in between was okay.
In between the getting hit part,
Right.
she's pretty good.
Yeah,
it
just
worked out pretty well.
before the handmade contact.
It's like music. It's the space between the notes.
That's right. Yeah, it's
It's your
jazz.
face between getting punched.
Yeah, it's the wins you don't get that matter.
It's the notes you don't play.
It's
Yeah.
Jazz, baby. Jazz of getting my face punched. She punched my face like freeform jazz, and it was wild. We smoked jazz cigarettes and
we need to make
carried on through
a
the
jazz cigarettes shirt.
yeah.
That would
I
be
mean,
Jervis Cotton.
that would be-
Belly.
It's just
Jervis Cotton Belly
it's a
shirt.
picture of Jazz smoking a cigarette.
It's just a cigarette carton with Jazz's face on the side. Jazz cigarette.
Yeah.
Jazz is not impressed with you.
Making a lot of money off of
It's
that.
like cold cock malt liquor. It just punches you.
I liked the transition of the ankle lock to the German suplex to the Fujiwara armbar for the win. It was gross. I feel real bad for Thea, but it was good. That was pretty.
Oh,
Now she
I mean,
only
yeah,
has
it was
one fist, too.
fluid.
Yeah. Now Thea fights with one
Yeah.
fist.
She should join
Well-
TM61.
And what would Ellsworth do?
He would not have a fighting chance.
No, because
No.
you need two fists.
You know what? I think he would do okay. Because he doesn't have a chin
That's
that
true.
she can kick
Yeah.
or punch.
He's impervious to chin locks and super kicks.
That
Yeah.
that
was great.
I mean, they don't do comedy a lot, but that was pretty amazing. AJ put him in a chin lock and he slipped right out of it. It was amazing.
AJ was so stunned.
And then
He's slick.
Yeah.
he's got a super kick, the no chin music.
No chin music.
It's pretty great. That poor so-and-so. But if you want to hear more about James Ellsworth, why don't you watch the SmackDown After Show Tuesdays?
Why don't you?
I don't know. Why, but you should. Tuesdays on
Why was
AfterBuzz
I
TV.
born to feel pain?
I didn't know you were a robot.
Oh, yeah.
That explains a lot. But not the smell. In the back, after Asuka's victory, Regal announces that Mickie James is going to be taking on Asuka at NXT TakeOver for the NXT Women's Championship. I'm sure y'all talked about this last week.
Nope.
No?
No.
They announced it officially.
Yeah, but they announced a lot of stuff.
Fair play.
People
So-
say things.
Yeah.
So,
We did talk about how they announced the Roderick Strong debut.
okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So, what do y'all think of Mickie James coming out to...
Should be fun.
This could be good. I mean, granted, she's a former women's
Champion.
champion.
I think she was both.
Was
I think
she
she was right at the
James?
tail end of the deal.
Okay.
Yeah, I tried to keep track.
Sure.
But yeah, she's way upper level. It was just the way Regal
Yeah.
said it. I've scoured the country, and I found you didn't have to go very far. She lives just over there.
Well, she might have been in
scour.
England at the time.
Yeah, she's there now,
Well,
isn't she? Isn't she there
maybe
this weekend?
not.
I had to scour my contacts in my phone.
Maybe he went west and then had to go
Yeah.
all the way around
That's what it
the
was,
earth to come back to
He's
Florida.
a man.
I scoured my Facebook friends list.
It doesn't have the same ring to it, does it?
We all know why it's Mickey, right?
Why do we know why it's Mickie?
Wrestling Asuka.
Why do we know that it's Mickie wrestling Asuka?
WWE was trying to get Trish Stratus.
I find that
because
very hard to believe.
It is Toronto.
She is very pregnant. Unless they tried 6 months ago.
They tried a while ago
Okay.
because they wanted her to be in Toronto. To
Sure.
Have her be a huge face and have
Toronto.
Asuka be
Beat the absolute crap out of her.
well,
Okay.
but also get heel heat for Asuka because of the hometown hero, the returning legend and Hall of Famer coming back to the ring to face the women's champion. Couldn't happen because she got pregnant. She had to pull out, obviously. I did not intend for that to happen, but it did. Just like Trish Stratus. Okay, anyway. But so they made the deal with Mickie James come together a few days before they announced that.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That's why Mickie James touted her challenging of Asuka instead of being there in studio.
Yeah.
We just made a couple of
Got
lists.
pregnant, so she had to pull out.
Why'd you go back? You circled back around after making such a big
Just
deal.
wanted to make sure that we were all on the same page.
Why? No, we're not talking about her. She's elsewhere.
Jazz,
No one's-
it's the jokes you don't say. That
No one's on the same page as Paige right now.
Alberto, but so I didn't know that they asked her so long in advance. How long has Toronto been?
Well, Trisha's
around.
Trisha's only like a couple months pregnant.
Well, she's more than she says.
Okay.
Yeah, from a source that I can't.
Wrestling
quite-
weird.
Wrestling weird.
Wrestling.
Wrestling is weird.
You never know how long in advance they have to secure the big things. So they could have had it for like 6 months.
Maybe.
I just really want to reiterate that I did not intend for that sequence of words to arrive in such a
And I just want to make sure that it's intended and clear that this is our last show on the
was
AFTERBUZZ TV.
a great. We had a good run.
It's been a great.
I
Crap!
Well,
Not you
you
too.
Steve's back in
Not
the,
you too.
I did everything I could there at the end.
the
Except live.
sickness is spreading between Steves.
So, also in the back,
Down with the Steveness.
down with the Steveness. It's the Steve sickness. Also in the back, we've got a very super Grover Paul Ellering talking about how no one enters or leaves. You all right? How no one enters or leaves our house of pain,
They can do one or the other.
but they can't
Not
do both.
How'd you come into our house?
And he talks about how
Starscream.
he has a strategy. It's always Starscream.
Yeah.
How he has a strategy, and the Authors of Pain are going to execute their strategy. And next week, they're going to move on in the Dusty Classic.
And a lot of Hindi screaming.
Yeah.
I don't speak that language.
No?
Nope.
It's pretty interesting what they said.
Tell him, Hawk.
Essentially.
Kick your stinking teeth down your throat.
What if they really are just doing old Road Warrior promos in Hindi?
At first I thought you were going to say, what if their teeth really are stinking?
Would never say that. Never.
Not after you got these beautiful new chompers.
That's right.
Thank you, Australian Health
Call
System.
back.
Beautiful.
Australian Ivory. I don't even know what that is.
Well, it's your mouth.
It's kangaroo bone.
It's
Could be. Polished kangaroo bone.
This is our finest Australian ivory. It's kangaroo.
think that's ivory? This is ivory.
And it's just a video of ivory from right to censor.
Ivory. Wait.
Glow, wherever.
Yeah.
Our main event, Mustafa Ali and Lindsay Dorado versus Kota Ibushi and TJ Perkins. It's our last first round match in the Dusty Classic. What did you all think of this match?
Actually, I kind of liked it. I mean, TJ and Lindsay essentially set the table for what could be a great one-on-one match. It was a very singular start to this matchup. We had both competitors working against each other, TJ and Lindsay, and then Mustafa Ali and Kota Ibushi. And I think that it would be interesting seeing singles versions of what this tag team match turned out to be. But as the tag team match went, I don't think there was much of a doubt that the winners of this match were actually going to move on. But there was indeed a moment where TJ went for that knee bar and Lindsay sat down, and it looked like that could have been it.
Yeah.
So they did achieve the goal of creating suspense.
I've thwarted your knee bar, TJ, with my butt.
It's those teeth, man.
Just like a cat.
So did anybody...
Just like a cat.
Just like a cat.
It is just like a cat because a cat will put its butt on anything.
Yep.
If you own a cat, there's been everything in your house, every surface, there's been a cat butthole on it.
Cat
Yep.
butt. Did anybody think that this match was going to go differently after Tommy having to, for lack of a better word, pull out of the match due to injury?
No.
No.
Kota Ibushi all the way.
Yeah.
Whoever's teaming with Kota Ibushi, it could have been Ho-Ho Loon. He would have advanced. They would have advanced together. Kota Ibushi will.
Tian Bing would have been so upset. That would have been such a bummer.
Or what if they
It's
double
like, I'm
booked him?
trading up.
What if he double booked? Like
Yeah.
he lost and then came out, or like attacked Perkins on the way out.
I'm
He's like,
still here.
It's me now.
Hey!
It's me, the guy you like.
Hey, I saw a loon.
Hey, video games or whatever. Woo.
We've got great video games in China.
That's where they make them.
Did anybody find it weird that TJ didn't come out with the
Yeah,
championship?
the fact that he didn't come out with a belt was really weird. When you are a champion in a company, if you were still in a tag team match, you come out with the belt. I don't know who made that decision or if he left it somewhere else.
It was like when Paige debuted without the NXT Women's
That's
Championship.
different.
Is it?
Yep. Unfortunately,
I don't
yes.
think so, but
But I mean, what is he gonna drop it on Monday because now he's in the Dusty Classic?
Sunday, Hell in a Cell.
Oh,
Yeah, Hell in a Cell's coming up on Sunday.
Oh, well. Is he gonna drop it Sunday before the match?
Nice fix. Before the match?
Before the match.
He's not-
Well, I can't, because now.
Well, they
I'm the
announced
Dusty
him as the
Classic.
Cruiserweight champion.
They did.
And you can't ever fix announcing in post.
No, you can't.
Did they spoil the Hell in a Cell by having him not come out with the belt? Because now the next set of matches, when they face Sanity, he's not going to have the belt. What if he loses?
I'm serious. I think that he wanted Ibushi to feel like they were peers. He didn't want to show him up. He kept Ibushi saw the belt in TJ's bag backstage, and he just started tearing up. Like he was like, "It's not mine." And TJ's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I forgot that triggers you. I'll no."
We're all about trigger
gonna
warnings
be
here
okay.
at NXT. If we were, we probably would have given a couple of them before we started.
Would have given.
Should I start off the show with
500,000?
with trigger warnings now?
Yes.
Just for the new.
Yeah.
You guys are perfect.
Yes, but
Ooh, I like yes buts. All about them yes buts. You know
Yes,
what?
yesbut.com.
Yeah, solid yes butting. That's one of those dating sites you see on the side of Facebook. We don't have too much, but just because I want
We
to
don't have too much yes, but
we don't have too much yes, but I want to talk a little bit of news.
and gossip.
TV news.
I mean, the news is that we're making our way to the Bakersfield show this weekend. So there's going to
Fucking
be
fast.
a couple of AfterBuzz folks are going to be going to the Hollywood show. Steve Kaufman is going to be going.
Kaufman.
Yeah,
Man.
that's Kaufman.
Steve Kaufman.
Yeah. See, I don't know.
Bakersfield show.
Making my way, Kaufman. So
Yeah.
and
Is that gonna be his Halloween costume this year?
A Kaufman.
He's just gonna walk in and go. I'm
no, that's a
Eyes-
Kaufman.
Kaufman.
Not a Kaufman.
Not a Kaufman.
No, Kaufman.
Kaufman.
Like moo. Like Kauf.
Kaufman. Yeah.
You don't spell cow with an F.
Says you. I can spell whatever I want with an F. So next, Hobo and I are going to be going to the Bakersfield show. I'm pretty sure George Hermoso is going to be going to the Bakersfield show as well. Make sure to follow all of us on Twitter for all of that. The LA shows are going to be wild. It'll be interesting to see what differences they make from place to place. But I'm excited to go. I'm sure you are as well.
Should be fun.
Nice to see some familiar faces.
Some friends.
Yeah,
Yep.
I
Be
agree.
good. It'll be a good show.
That's our news. Really, that's it.
Good
That's
news.
all we got.
Solid news.
That's it.
So what?
That's our news.
Well.
I mean, there's not that much going on right now. You right?
This show.
This episode,
Good show.
We've been doing this
hey,
too long.
I am a fan of this show.
we have to go out with a bang. If this is our last show, we have to go out with a bang. I think that's helpful. If you think every show is
a bang.
you did the perfect 10 thing. I liked it.
Yeah.
It was good. It worked.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's a Jay-Z thing.
Oh, it's Jay-Z?
That's Jay-Z.
We got another impression for you to do near the end of the show.
Yeah.
But I mean, news. I think it's helpful if I'm happy he didn't hit it.
It's helpful.
It's helpful.
If the band.
It's helpful if we go
Toot.
into every show thinking it's our last. It's like living every day
Oh, I
is our
do.
last.
Yeah, I just
Yep.
I expected like one of these shows like a hook's just gonna like sneak into
vaudeville
I'll be
hook and yank you out.
violently, or Sandman will come like sweep me out. Not like this the
I
what
thought you were just gonna
Sandman
get
was like.
caned.
Well,
Yeah.
that too, yeah.
Bam! That's it.
Heck no.
You say heck no to that.
Very good. Why don't we don't have
What the heck is this show
what
all
the heck
about?
is going on?
What the heck?
So why don't we go to our
Hack the planet.
favorite segment? Because it's our segment and we're the only show
It's
that
our
does
only
it.
segment.
Our only
Let's
segment.
go to our segment.
Next in line.
Roll that beautiful bean footage. We don't
that
have it.
Beautiful. Yeah, we don't have it. That's okay. I may have taken Steve off guard. So whatever. We'll do it without it.
Oh,
anyway,
yeah. We were supposed to tell it.
So, next in line this week, gentlemen, who do you think is next in line?
Well, I liked the team of Lindsay Dorado and Mustafa Ali. I really think they looked like a cohesive unit in there. Weirdly enough, despite perhaps being too much alike to be a team, which yes, there is such a thing, but they actually did different things from each other. They differentiated themselves from each other, but still worked toward a singular goal. They didn't necessarily achieve that goal, but I think they look great doing it. So I'd love to see them team in the future.
And both of these, Phil, you are correct, because both of these gentlemen are going to be in a kickoff match before Hell in a Cell.
Oh, brilliant!
Against?
Look at me!
No. They're part of a six-man. The
Oh, it's a
kickoff
six-man.
match
That's
for
right.
the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view on Sunday is Sin Cara, Lindsay Dorado, and Cedric Alexander versus Tony Nese, Drew Gulak, and Arya Daivari. I'm sorry, not Mustafa Ali.
Terrible. Well, I heard that the kickoff match was a tag match, so I thought I didn't know that it was a six man.
Six-man.
Six match
Team
tag.
match.
Yeah.
Hey guys, is this the entrance place for Hell in a Cell?
Can I come in? Can I do the Hell in the Cell? Is
Do I,
the
get
cage?
to, do I get to go in the
The
big
cage
box?
is gonna
The
stay
big metal
up.
box?
Who do you think is next in line, Bill?
I think next in line is
Go on.
Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that. That's a good pick.
So good. Her gear looks awesome. She once again great. Didn't get to see enough of her this week because of what the circumstances of the match. It was more about the story.
She still got the W. And
For
that's,
sure.
That's huge. Even for a small
And
segment.
I do want to give Liv Morgan props for how well she took that amazing bulldog onto the knee.
Duh.
Because just like Ty Dillinger's, that was my favorite part of what Potches did this week
tiebreaker?
as well, was because the tiebreaker, half of that move is how you sell it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he did a great job just like sitting up loopy and yeah.
Dork. I was going to say just Mustafa Ali. I liked Lindsay Dorado, but I've been a
like
fan of Mustafa Ali since he surprised all of us, Rip Zumbi, in the Cruiserweight Classic. I just want him to do everything because he surprises and amazes every time he gets a chance. He, like being an alternate, he used every minute to his advantage.
Yeah.
So I like that. But I also want to say Thea Trinidad. Not just because she's femme, but she's one of the few people that is brought up to enhance Asuka to show personality. Like everybody else is just like, I'm gonna try to fight.
I'm gonna wrestle.
But she literally was like, you hold my earrings. I'll take them back in 5 minutes. Like I'm gonna smack you up. Oh hell no! She was the only person to show any sort of personality. So
Just timing, like she's got the timing down, which allows Asuka to take those moments and just go, come on, and look like this monster that just eats pain and knocks
microphones over.
Yeah.
Apologies to our audio listeners. So we've got a little bit of time left over in the show. Hobo, do you want to talk about Sunday a little bit? Well, it's people in chat were concerned that the Friendship Express has broken up.
No,
Could you quietly play Everybody Hurts underneath this?
No, the Friendship Express did not break up. This past weekend I wrestled at MPW in a singles. Jervis and I drove to Las Vegas to wrestle on Freak Show Wrestling, and we got the win there.
Were you on the same show with Cody Rhodes?
Yes.
Cool.
Same show. Cody's nice, by the way. And then we drove back to wrestle the Classic Connection on Sunday in Port Wayne, and the results of all of that, and I'm not talking about just the match. The results of all of that is that we don't have our titles any longer.
So, okay, are you gonna wait for folks to watch on Fight TV?
I'm not gonna ruin it for everybody.
Okay.
You can look it up if you'd like to, but I'm not going to spoil it for everybody. But Jervis and I, on our way to Las Vegas, we were still a little a little touchy.
Well, you guys' car broke down.
Didn't break down.
They had to get out and stand
lost.
in the-
He wanted to rent a car.
Okay.
Don't ever let a cotton belly rent a car. Just
Pick the wrong-
trust the roads you've been on. But we managed to get there and come back, and we sort of mended fences. And then once we got in the ring together, it was like, yeah, we're doing this. We're on the same page. We're back, man, and we felt strong. And we did a really good job in there. And despite us losing, we're together, 100%.
Okay.
The Friendship Express is rolling strong. Belts to no belts, we are still rolling strong.
Good. That's
Yeah.
good.
Good. And
You're gonna pick yourselves up, dust yourselves off, win those titles back.
Let's see if we can. Yeah, I hope we can.
I believe in you.
I believe in you too, and I believe the entirety of the NXT team fan base wishes you well. Jerv is a friend of the show as well, and we hope nothing but success for the. I was about to say a completely different name for the Friendship Express.
Thank you. I don't know what you were going
I
to
was
say.
going to say the Conbelly Express.
No, man.
No, that's not the name of the team.
The buddy train.
He be trifling.
The Buddy Train.
Be trifling.
Yeah.
Jerv is he's a very good friend.
Yes.
Don't worry about it. You can do it. I believe in you. Bill, what you up to? What you got?
Sam.
What
Yeah.
you writing?
You chilling?
You writing stuff?
Challenge.
Writing stuff.
Halloween coming
Yeah.
up.
Halloween? Did Halloween come out?
No, I'm saying Halloween coming
Yeah,
up.
Oh, it
coming
is
up.
coming up. Yes, I'm not doing anything for Halloween.
Nothing.
Good.
It's on a Monday.
I'm gonna dress up for 3 different shows here. It's gonna be fun.
They're just 3 different
Yeah,
costumes.
there's a pay-per-view on Sunday. I got to cover. I mean, like,
Sure.
What are you gonna do?
Are you gonna fly up?
Are you going to any of the NXT shows?
No, I'm not.
All right. Or
Bummer.
Got to cover a pay-per-view. On
Yeah, he's
Sunday.
working.
But go to uproxx.com, go to wispanx.com, and uproxx.com/sports. Every week we're doing retro WWF Raw and WCW Nitro reports. This week's Nitro report is amazing. It goes places. If you're not reading it, read it and tell every wrestling fan that you know they should be reading it every week. It's amazing.
Last week's with the Piper.
Yeah. Last week's is about the worst segment in WCW history, and this week is about the first show they did in the middle of a pool.
The
first spring break.
Dude,
Yeah.
spring break show.
So everyone go check that out. It's very good. Make sure you're following Mr. Brandon Stroud on Twitter. It's at Mr. Brandon Stroud. Follow me on Twitter at Sundamoto.
There you go.
And we'll be putting some assets, some important assets.
Yes, we are. We talked about the 2K17 contest where you're going to be winning some stuff from us.
Stuff.
They've been uploaded. We've got 5 NXT team graphics that have been uploaded to WWE 2K17 on Xbox One. We're working on getting them uploaded onto PlayStation 4.
I'm going to do it.
Bill's going to do it. So we're going to, once all of those are up, we're going to establish a timeline to create everything. But please do us a favor. Make us. Use our graphics to do anything you want.
anything.
Within reason.
No reason.
And also...
Just try not to just make copy Typhoon and
Make it as
take
weird.
yeah,
as you
don't
want.
copy wrestlers and then edit them. We'll know. Because they'll have an extra level of that 2K
Make
polish.
Bill the shark.
What?
Yeah.
Make Bill
Make Bill the shark.
the shark.
John Tenta.
No, make him the Yeti.
The Yeti.
Hey,
Why
Well, then
not?
no one will know it's me because it's a mummy.
Fair play.
which is not a Yeti. A
No, but
mummy and
that's the
Yeti.
Yeti.
Hey, it's from the Himalayas.
Is he though?
Yeah.
Or do they have an excess of toilet paper in the Himalayas?
You never know when you might need it. It's from all of the expeditions where people bring the extra bog roll, if you will.
Bog roll.
It's a British term. Bog roll. For the bog.
And you have to do that.
Anyway,
You gotta
what I
do
was going to
this thing.
transition into... was if you're a wrestling fan and you are not subscribed to X-Pac 12360, which is a show that we have here on the AfterBuzz TV network, with the one and only X-Pac Sean Waltman. Make sure you subscribe today. We had not only Joey Styles, but we also...
Oh my God!
We also had Jesse Ventura. He was talking about his new book, The Marijuana Manifesto. It was a very interesting
And
interview.
we're gonna have a sample of that
Manifesto
right
about
now.
all of the different marijuanas that you can get. The sativa, the other kind, both kinds. My entire manifesto about marijuana. Forward by the former Val Venus.
Sean Morley. Perfect. If you want to hear about that and more, make sure to subscribe.
You
to
might not be
Xbox.
able to find it in bookstores. There's a big conspiracy about keeping me out of there.
Then not doing us any favors. So make sure you listen to the podcast. It was a very interesting conversation. I highly recommend it. So please, after this show, either queue it up on AfterBuzz TV or subscribe to the audio podcast. We've got a lot more stuff happening super
Mark,
soon.
I just need to say one important thing real quick before we go here.
Go ahead.
420, blaze it.
Sounds about right.
As my good friend Nate Dogg would say, rest in peace, smoke weed every day. Monsoon.
Damn it. Please help. Send help. Send your tax-deductible donations to nxteam.spreadshirt.com where you can get merchandise. It helps us out. It'll help us get to Bakersfield, and it'll help us get to any other events that are going to be happening at the end of this year.
Or Wake in Bakersfield, am I right?
You're right, Monsoon.
Thank you. But until next week, where can the folks find you on Twitter? Let's start with you, Hobo.
You can find me on Twitter at TrueHobo, and I've been doing a lot of Instagram. I don't know why it's at TrueHobo too, so enjoy that. Watch Championship Wrestling on Fake TV and junk. I don't know.
Bill?
Follow me on Twitter at actual Jesse Ventura for real.
I mean, that's not his
Actual
Twitter,
Jesse
but
Ventura for real.
it's a little bit too long of a name, but all right.
Make
that's
sure you vote for me on November 8th.
He's a write-in.
Yeah, I am part of the marijuana campaign.
fine. And
Right
follow
Follow
me
me on
as-
Twitter at Sundown Motel.
There you go. And follow me on Twitter at Mark Donica. Follow all of us here at AfterBuzz TV.
And that's a sign off you can bet on. Right, Mark?
That's right, Bill. Make sure also to go to iTunes, leave us a rating, leave us comments, anything you can.
Leave us,
Leave us
alone.
anything.
Yeah, leave us a present at
like
the door,
cookies.
like a pet would.
Yeah.
And on YouTube, comment, find us on Twitter, use hashtag NXTeam. We thank you, we love you. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later, Monsoon.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.